everyone and welcome back. As you can see, I'm still in Glasgow, or maybe not, depending on when I get round to editing this. But at the time of recording, I'm in Glasgow. It is April and it has snowed in the past few days. I hope everyone's doing really well. I hope life is treating you kind. And today I thought, why not show you my TBR list. Now it's nothing creepy for those of you who don't know, but my books to be read is going to be quite a small list, and I will give you a quick explanation as to why. So I used to be able to go through a book or two a week when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, as responsibilities and university has taken over my life, I've not really read a lot, and that's not going to be an excuse for much longer, because you know we're getting closer to exams, and once that's over I won't really have much to do until the end of summer. I'll be away for a month, which I think will be the perfect time to read. So by August I hope to have read all these books, but if not, you can hold me accountable. So before this video begins, if you want to subscribe, that would be very appreciated, and let me know what your to be read list is this year. If you have any of the same ones, or if you've read anything on mine, let me know. Sound off down there, and let's get started. Okay, this is Ruby, by the way. She doesn't want to be here. Ugh. So the book that I'm currently reading, which doesn't say much because I can sort of start reading a book and then I will never see the end of it. But the book I'm currently reading is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I think I bought this last year anyway. I am currently on page 13 and it's good. It's not riveting, but I'm hoping the plot will at some point pick up, because I really want to see the TV show, but I don't want to watch it until I've read this because it's only fair. So the next book that I want to read is The Courage to Be Disliked. I bought this in 2020 and I've never read it, but apparently this book will help me with how to free myself, change my life and achieve real happiness. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm up for that. So this was recommended on, I remember it was on a podcast that I was listening to at the time, and I bought it, never read it, and then today I saw it on someone's Instagram and I thought, it's a sign, I need to get reading this. So it's on my list, and I don't know if I will read it or if I will audiobook it, but regardless, I will have consumed this book in some way by the end of the summer. This book is, well, it has been on my shelf longer than that one has, and I've never attempted to read it. This is Bright Lights Big City by Jay McInerney. This one anyway. I swear to God, I bought this book in Barnes and Noble in 2018 in New York, because I thought, well, I'm going to be motivated to read this book in New York. Here we are, 4 years later. The next book I really want to read is American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. This book, I think I got it in a charity shop once, and it's always been one of those books that I'm like, oh, I would really like to read it, because I don't really like old classics. But this I can get behind. I mean, what's not to love? Patrick Bateman is 26 and works on Wall Street. He is handsome, sophisticated, charming and intelligent. He is also a psychopath. Like, I think it's going to be good. Some, you know, light reading perhaps. The next book I want to read, and I started and got a few chapters in but never finished it, is Poverty Safari by Darren McGarvey. Now, the author of this book, if memory serves me correctly, he's from Glasgow, in a part that's sort of near like where I went to school and things, so I think it'd be really cool to read. And it's had a lot of recommendations as well from, you know, the She Who Shall Not Be Named, I'll put her there though, as well as Nicola Sturgeon, Paul Mason, and so many others. Like Irvine Welsh has recommended this book as well, so I'm interested. It's understanding the anger of Britain's underclass, stated as one of the best accounts of working class life that Nick Cohen from The Guardian has ever read. So that's that book anyway, if anyone's interested. I don't know. This is another book that I started. I got to page 30 but this is the autobiography of Craig Ferguson. Now, I like Craig Ferguson. I used to like him on the Late Show and things, and I just find it like really interesting, you know, learning about the Scottish of people who have sort of went out and did what they wanted to do, and Craig Ferguson's a really good example of that, I think. So one is American on Purpose. We like Craig Ferguson, and I'm a really big fan of autobiographies and things as well, so yeah, watch this space. So the final book that I would like to read by the end of summer is Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho, and that's by Stephen Rubello. I think this will be really cool to read because I really like Hitchcock. Films like Vertigo, Birds, Psycho, but to like read more about it and to just understand the ways in which movies are made. Movies? How American was that? The ways in which films are made and the process of that. I know that Hitchcock had a lot of problems trying to get Psycho made, so it'd be really cool to read that. And I believe this was the basis for the film Hitchcock, which is on the cover, with Helen Mirren, who we are fans of. So that is my TBR list. I hope there was something there that was remotely interesting, or maybe something that you haven't seen before. Like I said before, feel free to leave your own list in the comments, or, you know, if you've read any of the books that are on my list, let me know how you found it. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.